Okay, it kind of looks like I'm streaming right now. So I'm going to assume that I'm streaming right now. I don't, usually there's like a place for us to go and say, start live. But anyway, so in this session, what I wanted to do was ask you, the viewers, what you would like to have inside this channel. So specifically, I'm thinking about where we want this channel to go in the future. So usually around the fall timeframe and usually around the spring as well, I take an evaluation of where things are for me personally, for the business, for YouTube channels, for whatever it is, the different endeavors that I'm working on. And so I've done that this fall as well. And I'm thinking about the YouTube channel, and there are a few different directions I can take it. And I want to get your input. So what I'd like is in the comments below, let me know what you'd like to see in the channel. And it can be like anything. It doesn't have to be specifically Camtasia related, though I expect it to be Camtasia related since that's what this channel is kind of built around. But specifically, what kinds of things do you want to see in Camtasia? Or if you want things that are adjacent to Camtasia. And so what do I mean by either of those? So first of all, with Camtasia, we could do something very simple, basic. Do you want the how-tos, the essentials, if you will, the Camtasia basics that talk about just how to use the software day to day? Number two, tips and tricks. So what are some ways that you can use the software more efficiently, perhaps? Maybe there are things that I do that you don't do, or you think, oh, I bet there's a better way to do this. And then, find out what those tricks are from me. Number three is just continue to do questions and answers. So I love answering questions. And in fact, I just got one that came in literally minutes ago. I'm going to see if I can find that real quick while I'm here live. And just answer your questions while I'm live, or you can submit them in the comments below. I think answering in the comments below is fine. So yes, I did find that question, so I'll answer that here if I can. It looks like it's a Camtasia for Mac question. I don't have the Mac set up, so that's not going to work this time. Oh well. So I'll get to that question another time. Other than that, maybe you want to see over-the-shoulder tutorials. So I usually show like one tool or one item, that you can do within Camtasia. It's usually hyper-focused. I just want to show you one thing and get in and out quickly. It's usually like a minute or two tops, and that I personally like those kinds of videos. But maybe you want a longer form. Maybe you want to see me go through the process of creating something, taking something from an early state or a beginning state and building that out. And so rather than just one sliver of information, you'd like to see something a little more project-based. And like I said, maybe something a little bit longer. Or another thing I'm thinking about would be doing creating content. And specifically, I'm thinking about creating assets. So is there a lower thirds that you'd like to see pop up and disappear? Maybe you want to see, first of all, how I would create that. Maybe that would be an over-the-shoulder tutorial. Or secondly, it might be something where you say, I want to download this. I want something that looks like this. And so how do I get that thing? And then maybe it's a free download for you or something like that. So just going to check on my YouTube stats here, make sure everything is going well. It looks like it's working well. So that is good. Just wanted to make sure we're not losing anything on the stream. So good. All right. So now, again, whatever it is that you want to see, let me know if it is new stuff, it is old stuff, it's Camtasia related, or like I said, it could be adjacent to Camtasia. So instead of doing basics or tips or answering your questions or over-the-shoulder tutorials or creating assets, maybe you want to see things outside of Camtasia. So maybe you might want to see how I plan my videos, how I go about editing videos. Maybe you want to submit videos to me for review, and I would look at that video and say, oh, this is how I would change that video. Or maybe you see a video out in somewhere else, wherever that may be, if it's on YouTube or wherever else, and you say, is there a way to do this in Camtasia? And I can try and deconstruct that video. That could be something to do as well. I use Audacity. I almost lost it. I almost said a different product. So Audacity to make some changes to the files that I create inside Camtasia. Before I bring it into Camtasia, I use other software to pull out silences in my video recordings before I pull it into Camtasia, right? So kind of chop things up and how I do that. So there are a lot of things I do outside. Of course, I have a course, and I didn't mean to say, of course, I have a course, but are you interested in doing something that is setting up your own course, creating your own course? How would you go about doing that? What's the platform you use? How do you upload and how do you get students involved? Are you interested in creating promotional videos or whatever? Any of those things, I am very interested to hear what you have to say. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see on this channel. The more specific you can be, the more that would help me. So do that. Let me know. I will read every one of them. I am in the habit of responding to all of them. I assume that I won't be overwhelmed with responses. So I will do my best to respond to every one of them, at least within the first 24 hours or so. And so thanks for being a part of the channel. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button. That helps other people find this channel. And I will do my best to answer your questions, not only today, but in the future. So let me know how I can best serve you. I thank you.